Shinedown, if you only knew. This is a CVT guitar lesson for Joel. This is the second time recording this, because the first time I knocked it out of the park, Joel. It was excellent. Plugged it in, I was going to start editing it, and I never hit record. So, anyways, that's all good though. Fun song. 3 pages of tabs, tunings in standard. You wanted kind of an electric version, so I did a few change-ups in the chorus and stuff. But let's jump in. Section 1 comes in at 18 seconds. We're going to start with an A minor, technically an A2, but it's 2D middle, 2G third. We're going to strum strings 5 through 1, so A through high E, and do a hammer onto the first fret. Now make sure that you come down solid and hard with that hammer on, because when you hammer with chords, sometimes players struggle with the volume of the hammer, and they're not hearing a difference because the other notes are ringing, right, of the chords. So you got to really make that hammer solid. Think of a hammer coming down. Once you hammer on, go down, up, down, up, down. So it's, and that last down, you're going to hammer on with your pinky to the 3rd fret on the B string. So you have this, so, and then up, down, up, down, up. Actually, up, down, and then lift your pinky and your index off, and then go up, down, up, and that goes twice. So, and then C suspended. I love this chord, it's real melodic. 3A, 3D, and 1B. Make sure that index is on the tip, coming down at an angle so we don't mute any strings. Only string that should be muted should be string 6 with the 3rd finger. You're going to go down, up, change. That change, middle finger 2D, take the pinky off. It's just resolving to a C major chord. Okay, so the strum pattern's the same, we're just mixing it up. So go down, up, down. There's the change on that down. Up, down, up. And that's double dots, so you'll go twice. And that's all for section 1. It does that 2 times, the whole thing. That's obviously played on the clean channel. Section 2, 38 seconds in. This is also on the clean channel. D minor, 1E, 3B, 2G. We can hit everything except string 6. And you're going to go down, up, down, up, down, up, down, up, down, up, down, up. Then, that same strum is applied over 2 chords. Lift your index finger off, keep everything else down. That's a D2, and you'll go down, up, down, up, down. That final down, you go right back to D minor. So it's, and then up, down, up, down, up, down, up. So you end up with this. Right into G major, 4-fingered version, 3E, 2A, 3B, 3E. Same strum pattern, and you just stay on that chord, and you're going to do it twice. So it's, section 3A. This is, I believe, the chorus, and we can drop in some distortion now. What I chose to do was power chords for the most part instead of the big full open chords, because you know, you make it more rock. 3A and 5D, so it's a C power chord, and then go 2A, 5D. Open A, 2D, and then the rock G. And that's 3E, muted A, 3B, and 3E. You play that twice, so. Second time through, if you want to do triplets, feels like it a little more. just to add a little to it. But that distortion should give you the sustain that you need. Even though they're whole notes, you got distortion that's going to fill it. Fill the void. Section 3B, we'll keep this as distortion as well. It's all power chords. F, C, and G, and A. And they change quicker. 1E, 3A to 3A, 5D. It'll go to 3E, 5A to open A to 2D. And that's the beat of it. It's kind of interesting. You got to rush to the A chord. So it's... and then F, C, G, and then you're done. The rest is repeats, coming in at 1:15. The next new part's the solo. I figured let's go ahead and do the solo because it's catchy, it's melodic, and it's just using an octave. 12A, muted D, 14G. Doesn't matter what finger you want to use. Make sure I'd muted string 6 too, because we're going to be alternating, and you don't want to end up hitting that open E. You're going to strum that, slide it a whole step sharp up to 14, 16, and then go down, up, down, up, down. And then slide up to 15, 17, and then down, up, down, slide to 12, 14, then down, up. Sounds like this. And then that's 2 times. Sounds like this. And then 8A muted D, 10G. You're going to let it ring, slide over to the 3rd and 5th, and then strum that. So it's F to C on your octaves. It'll go again. Do the whole solo again. Okay, almost done. 2 minutes 47 seconds in. I just kept this on distortion. It's setting up for like a breakdown, really. D minor, 1E, 3B, 2G, and you strum everything except the top string, the E. To a 4-finger G major. Okay, and then we'll go to clean. This is kind of the breakdown part here. It's a standard C major, 3A, 2D, 1B. Strum everything except string 6. Then a C/B. Basically, all you need is middle finger 2A and keep the first finger on 1B and strum those 5. A minor, 2D, and 2G. First finger stays. So this one stays through all 3 chords. And then on this G chord, we're going to use dynamics. We're going to build up, and that's how they do it. It'll be this. All downs at first. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. Down, up, down, up. You'll hear the drums. Dat, 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 dat. You know what I mean? So make sure it's dynamic. You know, start with the volume levels low. Attack harder as you're building it up, and the whole band should feel that. Drummer and everything. And that's it, man. Everything else is repeats from timestamp 306 on. You end up with section 3A, you know, being played. That's the, I believe, the chorus, which was. Section 3B, and that's played 3 times, no star, which just you're going to play the first 4 chords of it, which is. And that's it. That's the whole thing. So, cool song, Joel. This time I'm double checking. It says it's recording, so it better work when I plug it in. Alright, thanks again, dude.